Oh man, it's been a weekend.
It has been a weekend.
I feel like that's like gonna be the main part of this podcast. So take me through your weekend. Take me through how you. We'll go day by day, back and forth of how we spend our days.
All right.
Friday.
We're gonna speed run.
How you spend Friday?
Well, Friday we want to start from 12 midnight. Spider-Man. I played that until about. I initially played. I was gonna stop. Like, all right, I'm gonna stop at 3. Give myself like 5 hours of sleep because I know I'd have to get up to take Trent to school. But then Brendan just decided to wake up at like, I don't know, 3:30. So I'm going upstairs to, I'm like, all right, I'm tired because I was up all day and then stayed up extra to play. So then Brendan wakes up. So I'm like, of course. So I can't be like, well, you got him. I'm going to bed. I was playing video games. So I'm up. I'm the one that's
I was
up.
saving New York.
Right. So I go grab him, but he is like wired. It's like, what do you just go back to sleep? I can't get him to calm down. So I was like, well, back to the basement I go. So I had him with me. I sat him on the couch next to me and I played until about 4:45.
Hell yeah, man.
Because finally he was down there and he's like rubbing his eyes. I'm like, okay, let me
now you're ready
take
to go.
you back up. So I played for another hour and a half. Got him to go to sleep. Woke up next day, got Trenton to school, did the usual morning routine, opened my laptop, to which I brought my laptop deck down to the basement, set it next to me on the couch, turned on Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Played that till about 12:30 because I had a meeting at 1.
Ooh. They tried to fucking get you back in.
It was supposed to be 2 meetings. Like usually Friday I got meetings back to back. That's like meeting day. So
yeah.
It's usually a meeting from 12 to 1 and then no, 1 to 2 and then 2 to close to 3, 2:45, 3 o'clock. And then because that's how my Friday usually ends. I have those 2 meetings, which gives me enough time after that to kind of get myself together and then go pick Trenton up. But last week I asked the people in the second meeting, I was like, hey, I got something on Friday. Can we move that meeting to Thursday? I mean, obviously my something was Spider-Man. I did not want to have 2 meetings, but I
wonder if anyone knew.
If they did, you got nothing on me.
Except for this live podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But the other meeting I can't move because that's like an all hands, like everybody in the department. Like I can't move that because it's not like, because my other one's a 1-on-1, so that's easy to move. This one is like everybody else, and I was like, all right, I got to do that. So I moved that to Thursday. So I already had that meeting. So I was like, all right, I just got 1 hour of which I have to act like I worked today. So the 1 o'clock meeting comes. I have the 1 o'clock meeting. And of course, this is the meeting where it's all involved and they have presentations. Because sometimes it's like, all right, well, if anybody has anything, we can knock out, blah, 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 blah. So this one, I'm just like, I'm sitting at that. Yeah, I'm sitting at that back table behind the couch in my basement with my laptop. My laptop's here, but right beyond that is the TV, which is on pause. Spider-Man controller is right here off screen. So like I'm in the meeting, but like a part of me is just like in the meeting. Like I'm trying to not do this right now. So meeting finally ends. I'm like, slam laptop, grab controller, go back into the game till about 3:30. Went and got Trenton, came back, and he wanted to go to his friend's house. I was like, great. Leave.
Of course. Hell yeah.
Went to his friend's house. Brendan was, I think Adrian had him or something. You know, we ordered food. So started the junk food binge right there.
Oh man, I can't wait to talk about the food this weekend.
But before that, we ordered breakfast that morning after Trent went to school. I think I had like something in the middle of the day that was just junk. It was garbage, whatever. I don't remember what it was. Then we ordered food again and Brendan was taken care of. I was like, I got to get Trenton by 6:30, which gives me 3 hours to play. So I played for another 3 hours. And then
Hell yeah.
And then like I went, it was like 6 o'clock. I was like, all right, I got 30 minutes left. Phone rings. And it was one of those moments where it's like, I don't want to talk to anyone who's calling me. It's one of my friends. So he's talking to me. And the whole time he's talking to me, I'm just like, yep. The game on pause now. It's like, I need to, it was in the middle of a cutscene. I was like, I don't want to, I want to see this. So I don't want to unpause it. But at some point I did, like 10 minutes into the conversation. And then I'm letting it, he's talking and I'm like, but I'm watching the game play out. Like, are you playing it right now? Because he also he got it, but he was like, he had to work all day. So I can't tell him what's happening, but I'm just like watching it. I'm like,
he could tell.
I'm like, yes, I'm playing it right now. He was like,
We're cutting into my time right now, motherfucker.
And then he asked me like the generic question, like, how is it? I'm like, so good that I'm playing it right now on the phone with you.
Hang up the phone, bitch. You go play it too.
So,
oh man.
And this isn't like, I like to fast forward all this. Like everybody knows I beat it by, was that Saturday night?
Yeah, you beat it before me.
Saturday night. I don't want to say the only reason. Obviously, it's a great, engrossing, addictive game to play. But I think more so it was because like I had that blocked off. I showed y'all a picture of the calendar that said Spider-Man weekend. It was like, if there's going to be any time I need to take full on advantage of the fact that I can play video games, it's this weekend. So it was my weekend was literally like, okay, I'm given grace by my family to just completely block everything out and play this game. And so every free moment I played that game. Even Adrian was like, go ahead to the basement, go. I got them. And it's almost unbelievable because that's not my life. You already know this. Because it was just like, you sure? Because she was like, just go play the damn Spider-Man game.
You know, in a week or so, she's going to be like, I let you play that motherfucking game. You better go change that diaper, motherfucker.
But no, I still kept making myself available. Like I would go and get them. I would go change. I would feed them because I didn't want to like be completely like, all right, F you guys. I'm going to play PlayStation. But the weekend just very much lended itself to me playing it, which I really appreciated. So anyway, so go pick up Trenton. Come back. We ate the food that we ordered. At that point, I had to like run out for a second. I had to go run to Target or something, and I had to go do one thing after another, like little things here and there. Since I was just locked in a basement all day, had to go do. Oh yeah, real life. I have to go do that stuff. So did all that stuff. Showered, which is important, gamers.
It very much is. 2 a day, baby.
Exactly. So then I think Brendan started going down. Trenton, weekends when we let him play games, but I'm on the TV. So I had to wire my Xbox into this monitor so that he could sit over here and play Minecraft and I could be over there playing PlayStation. So like but that was that night. So he's sitting here playing and I'm on the couch playing PlayStation and he's Trenton. So, he's all like loud on the mic, talking to his little dumbass friends, whoever they are on Xbox. And I swear I'm turning to him. I'm like, yo, I need to hear my game too. There's no reason I should hear you louder than the TV I'm in front of.
Damn. You had a little LAN party, I see. That's nice.
No, So anyway, eventually he went to bed. I think I was up till about 2:30, 3 o'clock because I'm already tired as shit because I was up till 4:30 the night before and had to wake up at 8. So I went to bed, woke up Saturday, I think we're at now, and we had shit to do over here.
I thought it was Sunday.
No, because we started Thursday at midnight.
Yeah, you're right.
So Saturday comes, and I have to actually like do shit, which wasn't in the plan because originally the forecast had rained. So I'm like, great. There's going to be nowhere for me to go, nowhere for me to take anyone, and nothing for me to do. It didn't rain. The sun came out. I was mad at the sky.
It was a beautiful day on Saturday. I'm not.
Wasn't supposed to be. Fuck that. It was supposed to be a nice.
It's supposed to be a rainy day so I could be fucking symbiote Spider-Man.
Right. So
I want to brood in peace.
So it didn't rain. So we've been putting off, taking care of the backyard because the grass is growing, weeds are growing, and there's leaves everywhere because all the leaves are falling. So she was like, we should get out there. And she was like, you don't have to, go ahead and play the game. But in my mind, I was like, no. Because that is going to be your ace up the sleeve later. She's like, I went out there by myself and did the backyard and you were just Nope. I'm like, no, let's just do the backyard. That was not in the plan. This doesn't say Spider-Man and backyard chores weekend. But anyway, we get out there, clean up the whole backyard. And then we come back in and she was like, our fridge ice maker thing has been broke, right? So I've been putting off. I have like this little honey-do list of shit that I like, oh yeah, I got to get to that. So the ice maker wasn't distributing ice correctly, and it was because of the water line was dripping. So I had to put on my handyman hat, which was also not on the calendar or in the Spider-Man plan. And she was like, I'll just do it. I was like, no, I'll do it. So
it's just another side mission real quick. You just got to go help Pete with
those
some
aren't
science.
the side missions I signed up for. Any other day, fine. But whatever. What can I say? I've been up late playing this. I need to let me handle the real shit. Break out the toolbox. I pretty much take apart the fridge door, go in, dismantle it, clean it off, fix the line, readjust the ice maker. I took it all apart, put it all back together, fix the ice maker, right? Good. We're golden. At that point, we've been busting our ass all morning. We didn't eat anything. We ate. She was like, I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna take a nap. I was like, good.
That's when you said, just go take that nap.
You worked hard this morning, and so did I. Get out of my face. So obviously I didn't say that, but she takes a nap. Brendan also takes a nap. Oh, the fucking,
you had the golden opportunities this weekend. Holy
amazing
shit.
So they both go do that. Trenton's back over here in this seat. I'm on the couch and playing the game. Eventually Brendan had to get a shower, like a bath. So I went up and washed him up and everything. Got him cool. At that point, she's just like, it's cool. We got nothing else. I'm not going to make you do anything else. So I'm back down here. I think I was up to no, because me and you started. I'm playing it and you were playing it. And that's when we were messaging back and forth at that point. And when me and you are messaging back and forth, no spoilers, of course, for viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
But I was pretty much wrapping it up.
All right.
I was pretty much wrapping it up. I was at I think when you sent me when I hit you and said I had a glitch where my game just loaded up audio and no video, I was on, the second to last mission.
The one right before they're like, hey, you need all your stats and stuff. That one.
Yeah,
okay.
That one. I was on that one. So that happened, which freaked me out for a second because I was just like, even though I knew the answer, but you know how you had that instant anxiety? It was like, this game auto saves, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So with that anxiety, I didn't save for like that entire day I was playing. So I'm just like, well, if it didn't, I've lost like, I don't know how many hours playing this.
Yeah.
But at the same, obviously it does. I was just freaking out because that was a glitch I couldn't get around. Usually I can kind of get around it. I couldn't.
I know the feeling. I had plenty of glitches.
Yeah, your glitches were insane. I've never seen no shit like that. But when you sent the video when he didn't have a head.
Dude. That one, I put that in the Discord, right? I think. But I marked it as like spoilers or something, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
That one was the one that fucked me up the most, I think. Because I was, I was partaking a little bit. So I'm in a like great zone. And I had reached the peak of my high when that happened. And it genuinely scared me. Because I was like, what the fuck just happened?
If I was high as shit, that would fuck me up too.
Dude, I was like, did I miss something in the plot? Like,
part of the plot is that.
I was like, when did any of this happen?
But somebody would hit you up. It's like that in issue so-and-so where his head wasn't there.
Oh, dude, the comic influences.
But
continue.
Yeah, let me continue. Also, this is the beginning of the show. I've just decided that as I'm going on, like right after this, this is what you've been playing, and then we'll do the plugs obviously after this. But then we're gonna go like, I guess what else we've been playing in news. Anyway, where'd I stop? Oh yeah, so that happens. It loads up, no video. So I'm just like, all right. This is on top of the glitch I had where I swung. I think I told you on Discord. What's up, CLD in the chat? I swung into a building. Like he swung and I hit the building. And I'm thinking like, okay, camera's just wonky. I'll just climb out. Like, no, I literally swung into the geometry and I could not get out of the building. So I just switched to Miles and then switched back to Peter, and he was just out of the building.
That's actually really smart. Fuck.
That got me around a lot of glitches. Whenever I glitched out, I would just swap Spider-Man.
Well, wish I knew that. I guess for New Game Plus, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so you were hitting me up and you were sending me clips of what's going on with you. But I could not, I wanted to, but I could not send you clips of what was going on with me, or else that'd have been a major spoiler for you. So that's why I just sent you a thing that just said game for, because, so after that, I got back in, I got to the final mission and just froze. Like all the audio was playing, but the gameplay was just still, I couldn't do anything. It's like,
that happened to me once or twice.
So then I'm doing the last fight. And I don't know if we were still sending messages at that point. And it was over and I couldn't even believe it. I was like, I played it it's over?
Yeah.
Because I was still doing, in between all of this, I didn't like mainline this game. I was doing mad side shit. Like I don't even think I have that much left. I just have to if I played it for like one more night, maybe two, I'd platinum it.
Honestly, you should do that because this is easier than the platinum for the first game, in my opinion.
That's one thing I'm noticing. This game is like, to accomplish everything I didn't think it would be this much easier in this one.
Yeah.
Especially given that there's two Spider-Man, like you would think this game would be way bigger.
Kinda. Yeah.
At least like
I have
achievement wise, like things you have to do or can do in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up ending it, what was that, 3 something in the morning, Sunday morning, Saturday night into Sunday morning. And
hell yeah.
it's fantastic. Story, everything. I mean, the places they're leading to at the end are kind of obvious too, and they were kind of leading to it throughout the game.
Yeah.
When I started, besides the post credit, besides that, I was like, yeah, once they showed the mid credit thing, I was like, well, duh.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this game did a really good job of like telegraphing where Spider-Man 3 will be going, like in the entire time. But like, and not in a way where they made you feel stupid. You know what I mean? Where they're like kind of spoon feeding you it, but it's very much like they are planting these seeds and they're doing it in such a like perfect way, timing wise, where it's not like you're overwhelmed with like what's to come next and with like all the side mission stuff. And there's a couple things you do have to Google, I will say, which is weird.
I had one thing I had to Google. I'm sure you told me about one. I'll have to when I get the
I'm actually gonna bring that up, but it's interesting to say the least. It's such a good game.
It is. So wait, now you got to do your rundown.
So we did our stream Thursday night. That was fun as fuck. First of all, let's get that out of the way. Those fucking party animals, I want to play that so much always now.
Oh yeah,
because that was just a good goofy time.
Yeah,
and it was fun. But after that, hopped straight into Spider-Man. I actually recorded it. And I have since deleted the video because there was nothing really of note. Like I wanted to get like my initial reactions just in case, like, you know, I was like, oh shit, or like some freaking out. And I did, but I forgot I was recording. And I went to bed at like 3-4 in the morning. So I was like, you know what? I got off tomorrow. I'll just do the thing then. I'll do the thing then. We'll be good. Well, I'll fucking mainline this game. And turns out I recorded myself sleeping. and my PC was full from the file size
I'm
of
sure.
the produced file. So needless to say, deuces to that file. We're not gonna get anything from it. It's fine. But yeah, man, it was so fucking good. I love it so much. What did I do on Friday? Fuck. I think Friday I literally just sat down and played the whole entire day. I did nothing special. I just straight up was just like, here I am. I'm torn into pieces. I don't know why that's what came into my head. You know, like the song Kelly Clarkson. I think Kelly Clarkson.
I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah. But fucking dude, it was just so good. It was so addicting. And like my favorite thing about the game, and this is not a spoiler by any means, is the traversal is so much fun that I never wanted to use the fast travel.
No bullshit. Like I used fast travel one time, and it was for something stupid. I think it was because like it was something I thought I tied up, but I didn't. And I was like, let me just get this real quick and get it out the way. And I just went over there, did it, and then went back to swinging and wing gliding everywhere.
Dude, the wings, man. It's so much. It's like the better version of what Arkham City did with like the bat cape. Like with like the... I punch something up. But fucking... Dude, it was so good. It was so well executed. And then like... My main thing that I love is that they gave Peter the option to do tricks, even though, you know, he doesn't have the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It's nice to do a flip every once in a while, you know? Even if you are a fucking corny ass white man. I was actually saying this to CLD and DMs earlier. It was something about like the suits and shit, and he brought up like Peter doesn't have the same amount of swag as Miles. I'm like, you're true, considering the fact that and this is kind of a spoiler, in the last cutscene he's wearing a sweater.
Yeah, and
that sweater is the Amazon Basic sweater that I bought that was from The Mandalorian that was in dark blue, but that's the olive version. Did I also buy the olive version literally today?
Who's to say? Yeah,
Who's to say? You know, we'll see what happens. But I thought that was the funniest shit, because like I'm like, you're right. CLB is the least swag out of everyone in this game.
That is another thing. Before, obviously, no spoilers, don't worry. Before it's, what word can I use? Before it's put into place at the very end of the game, in a way, so to speak, I'm talking around it. I'm playing
Essential sweater.
No, well, not that, but who we're talking about. Playing through that game and the beats in the story, I'm like, Miles is the fucking man, and like he gets the fucking shit up in this game.
I think they did Miles dirty in this game. I think he deserved more.
You know what? Yes and no, because the way his story kind of rounds up and that he gets pedestaled in a way at certain points, it was like, okay, y'all are making it very, very, even before it happened, I was like, I kind of see where this is about to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is there a way you can explain what you just said without a spoiler?
I just feel like the missions that Miles had, like even the side missions, like I've done everything now. I feel like his side missions, besides maybe the Mysteriums and the story, not necessarily playing them, but like the story of the Mysteriums itself, they're not as like, I don't want to say interesting, because they are interesting, but they're like, they didn't like grab me as much as like the Pete side missions. Like when I was playing Peter's side missions, I was like, okay, this is a nice little bit of brevity from what I've been playing. Like he has the science bullshit and whatnot. And I guess Miles has like, I mean, it's technically a Miles mission, but it's not, if you know what I'm talking about. Shake your controller, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes. That one was a nitpick that I had, where it's like, just put it down and pick up a new one. God damn it, that's not how it works. Anyway, you'll know when you get there. That's not even a spoiler. It's like the most vague shit. But I don't know, I just felt like Miles deserved a little bit more spotlight. Like, I know that the story is the symbiote suit and like Peter's experience with it, but I feel like he could have gotten a little bit more. Like Miles just needed a little bit more story, and that's just me.
Yeah, I understand
like the Peter missions that are dope as fuck, and that's all I'm going to say about them. The ones that are dope as fuck.
Yes,
you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
We don't have that for Miles. We have those for Peter, but we don't have them for Miles. Not
But
that like
that's on purpose.
We would have any. It's on purpose, but like, give me something that's the same but different. You know what I mean? Like, give me something like not necessarily like what it was, the descriptive term of what it was. Like, I don't want to do that exact same thing. I just want a mission that's that
involved,
like, involved and engrossing. Something simple, like where you're just playing as Miles, doing Miles things. Like, I don't know, fucking help his mom make dinner or something, and use the controller to do that. You know,
I think they do that to just show how big the disconnect becomes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Personally, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I just want more Miles because he's dope as fuck. That's genuinely that's where I'm at.
It got to a point where I was playing as Peter so much that I was just like, oh yeah, let me go do some shit. I started doing a whole bunch of like side missions as Miles. You know how you get to certain ones and it's like you need the other Spider-Man for this. So like I was doing a whole lot of shit as Peter. And then I got to one of the goddamn Mysteriums, and it was like, you need Miles for this. I was like, that's right. And they switched me back to Miles, and then I just played as Miles for like, I played as Miles to the point where I would get to one where it's Peter, and I was just like, well, then I'm just not going to do this right now. I'm going to go do something else.
Same. Not even as a joke. Like, honestly, I just wanted to play as Miles because it was more fun. I don't know how to explain it besides it was more fun.
And in fact, it was one of the, because with Peter, I was doing a whole lot of those other side missions that I said gets unlocked later that I didn't want to spoil, which I'm sure most people have gotten to by now.
I'm trying to think of a way to say it so that we know what we're talking about without spoiling it.
Would you have to?
Spiral.
Yes, those.
Cool.
I did so many of them as Peter. That
those were shit as Peter. I played one as Peter and I never did again.
No, I played a majority of them as Peter because I was already just doing mad shit with Peter at one point. Yeah. That by the time I started doing like the last 2-3, I was Miles. I was like, all right, I got Miles. I don't feel like switching. I'm gonna just use them. And I'm just like, I should have been doing this the whole time.
Honestly, you got to go back and do it again. I'm sorry. It's just the rules.
Because I'm like, I did those last ones with Miles and I was like, oh, this is like, it wasn't like, I want to say it was just cake. It would just seemed way more fluid and quick and snappy with Miles than Peter.
Oh, for sure. Unless, here's the thing. The one time that it's good to play as Peter is at the very end once you've beaten the game and go do the spiral stuff, because then it's cake. But that's for a whole separate reason.
I went back when I got that because I didn't finish them by then. So I got that upgrade and then went and then it was like, okay, now it's a completely different thing.
Though that it was fun to play as Peter with like one or two of them, but like I did Miles. Like I think I played as Peter and I had the abilities that made it a little bit more cake, like a cakewalk to like clear it. And then I was like, okay, back to Miles, because Miles' dialogue is just better. Like, everything he says is better. Dude, also, make sure you play the mission, the Herald mission. Oh my god, was that so fucking fun.
I'm trying to think.
You have no idea what it is, and you remember Herald? From the first game?
Why is that blanket on me right now?
Birds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's the pigeon guy. He's, pigeon guy from Hey Arnold. The mission with Harold in this game, do it with Miles. I think you can only do it with Miles now that I'm thinking about it, but if it does have an option, do it with Miles. My favorite thing in the game.
Did I do this? I don't know if I did.
Probably not. You would know.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I only got a handful, so that's one of the last things I have left to do.
Yeah. That one is like a nice 10-minute little side mission that's just a nice, good. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful fucking time, and I loved it, and it was so much fun, because I didn't expect it either, because I'm over here doing all the spirals and the Mysteriums, and then I go to do that one, and I'm like, oh, it's Harold from the first game. And I was like, oh, this mission fucks. Right. This is great. So I like that one a lot. Other than that, though, Saturday I played all day. Food-wise, though,
it couldn't have been Saturday you played all day.
No, I didn't play all day Saturday. You're right. Fuck, I'm dumb. No, Friday night I got Taco Bell, which was a bad decision. Then on Saturday, I had a movie day with friends, and I ruined the movie day because it was a Halloween movie day, and we watched Trick or Treat, which I didn't like because of the ending.
Trick or Treat sounds like a Toys R Us Halloween promotion.
It's the one with like the little pumpkin head dude with the lollipop.
I don't know what that is.
If you watch it, here's the thing: it's a good movie, but the ending just didn't make sense to me because like throughout the whole time, there's like this little pumpkin child that has like this like what's it called? Like a burlap sack over his head, kinda. And like it covers the pumpkin head that he has because he's the spirit of Halloween or some bullshit. And he's in all these stories that go around the movie because like you're hopping around the town on Halloween night, and it's really fucking cool. But then at the end, they don't explain this pumpkin head character at all. He's just there and then leaves.
My job is done.
And I was like, this is stupid. And then another thing that was dumb is that Pumpkinhead character wrote on the wall with like blood, because horror movie, and wrote Trick or Treat all over the wall. And the movie is called Trick, the letter R apostrophe Treat. And I'm like, okay, so obviously there was something wrong here where they couldn't use Trick or Treat as the title. Yeah, something. My brain was like, why wouldn't you just write Trick or Treat with R apostrophe on the wall in blood?
Yeah, I would understand it. You get it.
That would have been like, oh look, the movie title. That's why it's called that. Yeah, like I'm like, dumb. Anyway, we watched that. We watched Cabin in the Woods, which I knew there was a twist for. I didn't know the twist was at the beginning of the movie. I don't know if you know that one or not.
I've never seen it. I know the movie. I never seen the movie.
Watch it. It's a solid Halloween movie, and I think it's more of a comedy than it is a horror movie. And then what was the other one we watched? Fuck, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I brought a movie that was horrible from my childhood that Ryan and I used to watch called Scary Godmother. It was a Cartoon Network animated movie that was like on the cusp of 3D animation becoming a thing. Holy shit. Did I misremember this? It was horrendous. And like
on those nostalgia glasses though.
It was one of those things where like the nostalgia glasses is a concept that I've always understood. But like when I go back and watch the things that I look fondly on, I could still find something that I like in them most of the time, at least for me. I've never experienced it on a level like this before. Because like
the last time you watched it, like how old were you?
Probably like 10, 11, maybe.
Okay.
Like Ryan and I would literally stay up like to watch these movies as they were debuting on Cartoon Network each year. There's 2 of them, and the first year was out. We watched it. We fucking loved it. The second year, they didn't do the second one yet, so we were like, we gotta watch it this year. And then it came on. We would fucking watch it. And then they made the second one, which I don't even know if we want to watch, but here we are. God, it was so bad. But here's the thing. It was fun. If you've never heard of it, CLD, that's the good thing. It's here.
Can't even get his words together.
If you'd like to experience it, it's on YouTube for free.
Well, that's a plus.
It's 45 minutes. Get inebriated and watch this with the family. Like, it's a kids movie through and through. Watch it with your kids and see how bad my childhood was, apparently. Anyway, got home from that, went and played more Spider-Man Saturday night into Sunday, and then ended up beating it on Sunday. Dude, I got Panera on Monday though, because I had off Monday too, because I thought I would need more time to like finish the game. But dude, that fucking meal hit, man. Let me tell you, Panera fucking, while it is just glorified hospital food, but like sold at a higher price, that shit hits different sometimes. And it fucked. And I finished the game. I platinumed it real quick. Platinum was really easy. I think there's only 1 or 2 hidden trophies, and the one that I didn't get just from like casually playing was like a really simple one.
Is it the wing glide one where you got to fly from one place to the other?
I didn't get that, but that wasn't a secret one. The secret one I didn't get was using, I mean, obviously we know symbiote in this game, the symbiote suit. Using the symbiote abilities while you're in the Spartan Rage mode. I didn't do that, apparently. Because, like, when you're in the Spartan Rage mode, personally for me, I'm just spamming square.
Just beating the
shit
out of people, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not thinking, oh, let me explode out tentacles or some bullshit. But yeah, I just had to do that real quick by just swinging around to like 3 or 4 crimes and then just like being like, hey, 1 second, let me overly beat the shit out of you for no reason, guy who's stealing a purse. So that was my Monday, and I finished it up, and then immediately when I was done, right back to Bulders Gate.
That was fun. It closed the story.
It was one of those things where I was like, what do I want to do right now? Because it was Monday at like 1 or 2. And I'm like, I have 3 more hours technically of work that I don't need to do. What do I do? I could go to the gym. No, I'm going to play Bulders Gate 3. So I did that for the rest of the night, and it was fun.
The gym after that weekend. I was in there yesterday. First of all, before I even left to go to the gym, I'm sitting in here and I'm just like, you don't gotta go. You could just not go. You could just not do it. I was like, that's why I have to do it. And so I went, and chest. I'm doing chest, and I'm benching. I get to like, I don't know, like 8. I'm on the 8th one. I'm just like, in my head, I was just like, just put the bar up and leave. Just go back home. Just don't even fuck this. Don't feel it. I'm not in the mood for this. Yeah. I can tell I've been on my ass and eating junk food for days. And I just pushed through. I even got I almost didn't. I was stretching to leave. And I looked up and I saw like people running on the treadmill. I'm just like, I need to get on that. I need to move and get my heart rate up and sweat. I need to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, or you could just leave. I'm looking at the door. Like, car, I could see my car from here.
Yeah.
No, I went up there. I like did a quick like 1.5 miles. Got off. I was like, all right, I feel better that I did it. I'm glad I did it.
You always feel better once you do it. You just don't want to do the initial first step. That's the shitty part.
Yeah.
Once you walk out the door and you got the keys in your hand, you know you're going to the gym. It's like, fuck, well, now I have to go. Kill me.
Then I'm in a parking lot and I'm like, I got to get out of this car.
Or I could just go back home. There's a Taco Bell right on the way back.
I've done that before. I've gone to the gym, got to the parking lot, and pulled off, bought some bullshit, and went home before.
Yeah. You have to be in like a certain mood for that type of shit, and I've definitely been there before. But I mean, I went today, man. I don't know how. I had a fucking phenomenal workout.
Great.
I don't know. Dude, I did fucking some preacher curls, and I went up 2 weights casually. I was like, I should probably stick to the 4. I'm using the easy bars because I don't like putting plates on the one.
I like the easy bar more. I use the easy bar too.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't want to fucking deal with plates. That's stupid. I'll just take this and it's right there. So I'm at the preacher fucking curl thing, and I'm like, I should probably do the 40s. That's what I do for like maintenance, and then I'll work my way up. And I'm like, nah, fuck it. 60. Dude, I curled those like it was 20 pounds. Nice. I was like, excuse me? Spider powers? I've been touching that controller too long.
Somebody else got that fucking symbiote in them.
Dude, I was like, this feels good. This suit.
This feels good.
Me with my t-shirt on that says, I'm already at full health. Meanwhile, in the game, never at full health, getting my ass fucking beat. Dude, I fucking... But yeah, man, it was a great workout.
What kicked my ass in that game the most? I don't know. There was a lot of shit I fucked up because it was just me fucking up. I was like, that was dumb.
For me, it was the big enemies. The big enemies at Spiral. Those guys started fucking me up. But then the thing is, you can just use some of your gadgets to just fuck them up in like 3 hits.
Yeah.
The L1 circle one, that one where it goes.
It took me a while to realize the small enemies that come at you in there, they just disintegrate. Yeah, they just disintegrate with webs. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because in the first like 2, I'm like trying to fight them like for real. And then I just web them.
That's the worst part.
Disintegrate.
If you web zip to them, they immediately dodge.
Yeah.
And then they fucking jump at you. So you have to fucking do a dodge, or else they fucking eat your ass on the ground and do so much damage for no. Then you can just stand up and be like, and then they die. That's how I got the fucking rage thing done, though. I'll tell you what. I go to fucking save a bus getting attacked by those motherfuckers, and I'm just like, dive straight through as a goo man, and then they all fucking explode. Done that trophy in like no time.
See,
I love it. Shit. So good. Who do you think gave the best performance of the game? And then we'll move on from this if you played anything else. Because I think you technically played two other things.
Two other things. If you don't include the things we played before Spider-Man came out.
Yeah. We already kind of said that they were fun and shit.
Yeah. Best performance. It's gotta be fucking no. Venom was like really good.
I can do the voice.
Yeah,
I found that out by accident.
Peter, Harry, suck my dick.
Not even like Harry as Harry. I'm like Venom as Venom.
Venom was phenomenal. Yeah,
it was really well done.
Craven was terrifying. I do agree with that. CLD.
I was about to say Craven. Craven was really well done too. Even though I will say, I did when they kept saying, but remember before it came out and there was like, it's not who you think it's going to be, like Venom isn't who you think it's going to be and blah, 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 blah. I guess they assumed that people thought that Peter would become Venom. Because I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it's not who I think it's going to be? Especially when I played it. I was just like, well, yeah.
That is a solid point. But I mean, that kind of teeters into slight spoilers, Scatteroid.
That's why I'm not
we'll
like
walk that fine line.
Yeah. But I tell you who never mind. That's a spoiler too. Like us three, and by me, I mean me, you, and CLD in the chat. Us three could talk about it, but I don't know who's potentially either watching or going to listen to this later, so I won't bring it up.
We'll wait a week before we get into spoilers.
We can like DM about it, us three later or something, and I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
But when I thought, I had a thought, because I didn't like Harry, I didn't think we were going in such an obvious direction, especially since they have their own canon with these games. So I was like, okay, who I thought it was going to be, especially during one moment in the game, and it didn't happen. I was just like, that would have been dope to me if they let it go this way. And like I said, I'll talk to you guys about it later. But it didn't go the way I thought it was going to be. And when they went the obvious way, I was just like, what the fuck did you think I thought it's going to happen?
Yeah. I actually thought something as well was going to happen, but then it was, let me just say, snapped. If you know what I'm talking about, it was snapped. So that went away real quick. And I was like, oh, I guess we're not following comics. Cool. But then they do some fucking amazing comic references in this game. I'm not going to spoil any of them or even fucking reference them. All I'm going to say is the comic influences in this game are fucking astounding. And the shit that happens, I have a selfie of myself reacting to one of the things that happens. I'm going to wait at least a week and a half to put it in the Discord. But Jesus Christ, it's like at the final mission of the game. My reaction to that shit.
Is it the snap you sent me?
Yeah, I was stuck in that fucking face. Like, I was stuck there for like a minute straight.
See,
I was just like, my mouth was agape. And then they kept showing it. It wasn't like a quick thing like fucking, oh yeah, that's a cool little thing for you. It was like over and over and over. And I'm just like, my mind's just blown at what I'm looking at. Oh, so good.
That, and I think it was the other thing we talked about, you snapped me about, but it happened. And that's when you were messaging me. And it was just like, I can't even say it. I can't even be like, oh, I can't freak out. I was like, I just have to hold this until someone gets to this point.
Man, such a good game.
Yeah, it's really good. But
I will say, the last thing I want to put on it, it was funny. We was talking to friends the other night, and when I was platinuming it, literally last night or 2 nights ago, I don't fucking know. Anyway, but I told them I finished it already, and they're like, "Really? It didn't just come out on Friday?" I'm like, these games aren't like long.
No,
by any means. Like, we know what we're buying. Like, we're not spending the 70, 80, sometimes even $100 for these digital deluxes for like 80-hour games. We're paying for the quality and the amazing storytelling and the fucking replayability.
Ridiculously top tier fluid gameplay.
Yeah, like that's what we're paying for. I don't need a game to be 80 plus hours like Baldur's Gate. Like that's what they kind of jokingly were talking about. Like it's not Baldur's Gate. I'm like, well, no game is Baldur's Gate. Well, it's not even that I don't want it to be. It's like Baldur's Gate is impressive for so many different reasons than why Spider-Man is as impressive. It's apples to oranges because Baldur's Gate is just like insane. Like that, in my opinion, at the end of this all, I still think Baldur's Gate is game of the year.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is going to win game of the year. Yeah. It obviously, if it doesn't win game of the year, that's bullshit. And that's just not even coming from somebody who's playing Baldur's Gate or played it.
That's coming from the #1 Spider-Man fan here. Let me just what's next to me at my desk?
Yeah.
At all times. Fucking Spider-Man in a jean jacket from Insomniac, bro.
Can't get any deeper than that. Baldur's Gate's impact spread, it's overall, like, its ability to pull in people who have never even played this game, or this series, I should say. The amount of time it dominated the video game media space. Yeah. If that doesn't win, then that's BS.
Yeah. So we'll see that when that comes around in the Game Awards. But other than that,
what did you play this week?
What else have I been playing, Ant? And then, well, actually, we're gonna save you for last because yours are more interesting than mine. Because mine are just quick, easy ones. I played Fortnite. Fortnite got Jack Skellington. Didn't buy it. That's kind of neat though. I played a Steam game called Webbed, which is you play as a little spider. I put it in the game recommendations a little bit ago. Really fun. If you're done with Spider-Man and you'd like some good solid swinging, but like on a 2D platform, this is the best swinging mechanics ever. It is perfect and it's amazing. I'm not even trying to joke. It's what works. I've always wanted in like a simple flash game that is like Spider-Man swinging. You know, like those old stick figure games where you'd swing it. It's that, but perfected. And I really recommend you guys picking up. It's amazing on the Steam Deck. I played it on the treadmill today for 40 minutes, and it didn't feel like I was playing for more than 5. I was like, okay, cool. This is my new game right now.
Nice.
Other than that, obviously Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, still making my way through that DLC. I didn't stream Figure Friday last week because obviously Spider-Man. This Friday I should be streaming and maybe try to finish it, but last week I had an issue where I got really high and then I just kept playing any mission that would come up, so I did none of the DLC. Even when the title was doing some of the DLC. But here we are. I'll play that this Friday, and I think that's it. Ant, tell us about the other 2 new games that came out this week. How do you like them?
I played Sonic Superstars. I streamed that for a little bit, which I played. I think on the stream. Yeah, I think on that stream I played a good amount of it. I didn't go back to it because obviously Spider-Man came out 2 days later, day and a half later, something like that. Because I think Sonic came out Tuesday, but I didn't play it Tuesday. Because remember, I wanted to stream it, but I ended up having to do something, so I couldn't stream it.
You were moving with a friend. You were helping a friend. Because then I streamed instead and still didn't do more DLC for Cyberpunk.
Just refused.
I did that twice. I just realized that shit, man. I'm never gonna finish this DLC. Idris, I'm sorry.
You got time, but yeah. So I streamed that for a little bit. I played through majority of the adventure mode, single player mode. I didn't finish it. I haven't been back to it since, because that next night at midnight, the next night we were playing games, which led right into Spider-Man. But I think it has its own bunch of kind of glitches in it. There's one major one that we got to catch on the Twitch stream at the end of it.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
I think I clipped it, right?
I don't remember if you clipped it or not. I just know it was on the stream. But to where I ended a bonus stage and then immediately I went to the left and I just dropped off into a void and I just kept falling. I couldn't even pause it. It was just Sonic falling, and it never
while still running and shit.
While still doing the running motion. Yeah. But gameplay wise, it's honestly very good. It's been hard for Sega, and I mentioned this on the stream. It's been hard for Sega to recapture like the old like feel of Sonic games, like the Genesis games. And this one feels like those. It has a lot of new mechanics, but they got the what's it called? Not the rhythm, but the physics. They got the physics down of how he moves, jumps, trajectory, all that stuff, speed. It feels like those old games. It looks new, but it has the feeling of the old ones, and it's a very good marriage of those two things. The new mechanics are okay. They give it a little bit more exploration. Like, you're used to just going left to right, you're speeding through the stage, getting bonus shit, and that's it. And this one, they give you these abilities with each emerald you collect that allows you to traverse stages differently or attack enemies differently. So they're trying to add in little new things, and I appreciate it because it would have been easy for them to not do that, and then people consider this game stale or just like, oh, this is just a fresh coat of paint on some old shit. If they go forward and improve this kind of gameplay, like this, where they have it now, I think, like, if they came out with Sonic Superstars 2 and just ironed out all the bugs and kind of made the mechanics feel a little less like because they kind of stop you in your tracks. Like, Sonic's about movement constantly, but they kind of stop you to do it to search, and that's fine. But if they iron a lot of that stuff out, I could see the next one being like, I think this got like 7.
Yeah, this
I think
was
I could see the
average.
Which Sonic games kind of are now. But I could see it being like at least like an 8.5 or something like that. So for a Sonic game, for a classic like throwback style Sonic game, it's really well done. They need to put out some patches to iron out some of those bugs. Other than that, I think it's worth people's time if people are into that.
Hell yeah.
After I beat Spider-Man, I've started Mario Wonder.
I've heard this is very fun, by the way.
It is.
I watched a stream on TikTok. It looked cool.
It is very, very fun. Because at first I was like, well, how much different could it be than like the new Super Mario Brothers side scrollers? And it is very fun. I can see why they said it's like one of the best ones since Mario World, which to me is the greatest side-scrolling Mario ever. That's the Super Nintendo one. They add these new mechanics where you can change the layout of the stage in order to get like collectibles and everything. Animations are top notch. They finally, it looks like the characters have life to them. They're not just these stoic side scroller characters just running through the stage and jumping. Like, they have a lot of like personality. Like, if Mario goes into a pipe, like his hat will fall off and you'll see like his arm come out, grab it, go out the other side.
That's cool.
You go up through a pipe, his legs are like dangling, trying to like get like, they add so much cartooniness to it. It's like the charm of this game is just off the charts. It's already Mario, so the platforming is A1 because it's Mario. He is the platformer. Yeah. So the movement feels really, really, really good. There's secrets everywhere, and I think that's why people are relating it to Mario World, because that was a game that like stages had like secret exits and it would open up different places on the map that you don't see right out the gate. And this game has that. There's like times you think the level's about to end. Like, you know, in Mario, you get the flagpole, slide down the flagpole, and that's the end of the stage. These like, there was a stage where like these like little buffalo dudes, I forgot what they're called, are like, you're riding on top of them, but you see the flagpole ahead of you. It's like, all right, well, stage is about to end. They knock the flagpole down and you just go past it to like this other end part of the stage, and you end it there. But each stage has like, there's 3 coin collectibles, there's 2 of the like little wonder seed things, and you have to hit the top of the flagpole, and that's how you like 100% a stage. Because there was times where I would forget like the coin pickup, and like, oh, now I gotta go find that in the stage somewhere. But you also have to hit every exit. So for a while on that stage I just mentioned, I only had like 2 exits, because you get one of those little wonder seed things every time you hit one of those flagpoles. And there's one hidden in the stage and one when you hit the flagpole. That's usually like the standard way they go about it. But this stage said it had 3. I was like, well, how could there possibly be 3 if I found the one and I ended on the flagpole. But that flag that they knocked down, if you beat the buffalo there and hit the flagpole before they knock it down, that counts as a secret exit and they give you the third one. I had to look that up. I was like, oh,
that's pretty good.
But then it's one of those things where you look it up and I'm just like, of course, that still would have counted as an exit. But there's a lot of little secrets and nuances in it and power-ups, and every time you get one of those things and it changes the way the stage acts, it doesn't do it the same way twice. So every single time it's a different effect it'll have on either you, the stage, your power-ups, something. It's random every time. And I think that just adds to the replayability. It's fun. It's really, really fun.
Is this the first side-scrolling Mario game to have like those little collectibles like in the level, similar to like Yoshi's Island type shit?
No, because like since then they've done that. Because
in a side-scrolling Mario?
Yeah, because even New Super Mario Brothers, they had like what was in those stages? You still had to get the top of that was Mario 3D World. You had the top of the flagpole. Mario, the New Super Mario Brothers games, there were things in the stage like red coins or something. Collect all the red coins, stuff like that. There's also a little bit of something, but this one has like the most I've seen since back in the day.
Okay.
If you don't count a 3D game, like the 2D ones, this is a game that will just keep you coming back to it and playing it. Like I put it down and then I was just like, I want to go, because it's addictive. Like I need to go back into the stages and collect the shit, and it's really fun. My only gripe with that game is the fact that you have all these playable characters, but they all control exactly the same. Besides Yoshi and the little purple dude, I forgot his name, because they're like kid mode, and so you can't die.
Kid mode.
Yeah, right. If you're playing with like a little kid and they pick, you play with some classic S-Before-Q right there. But if you play with like Yoshi, he's just invincible. Like you'll get hit, you'll get knocked back, but you won't die.
Yo, Yuta, man, where's Frankie when you need him? They fucking buffed Yoshi to make him never die.
Right. You're right. Fuck. Frankie can never hear of this.
Somebody clip that and send it to him.
I know. So that's a thing, but it's cool because I think these Mario games all kind of have that, like, hey, if you just want to play it and not have to worry about shit, here's a way you can do that. But you know, like Yoshi has like the flutter thing, and the princess usually like floats, and Luigi usually has the higher. They all have like different little attributes. In this one, they just all play the same. They play like Mario.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense though, considering it's like a couch co-op, and you don't want to like have everyone wants to have the same experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it makes sense, but it's also like you could have done something for single player. But
you also gotten me used to that for years. Like if I pick Yoshi, I expect to have like the little flutter hover thing he does. And,
yeah, for sure.
It's cool. Like that's a minor gripe. The game is amazing on its own.
I wonder if they could add that in like post, in like a some sort of DLC or something.
Maybe, but you know why they don't? It's because you also get, I forgot to mention, you get these badges, which gives you a new attribute, and you can add them at any point. Like if you end a stage, you want to add a different badge to you. Like one gives you the ability to wall jump up. Like, you know, he already jumps off the wall, but if you jump on the wall, he'll let you get a jump up and then off the wall. So it's like a double jump kind of. They have a thing where like you
Spider-Man.
There you go. Like they have a thing where like they give you like the magnetic thing, so then coins come to you type situation. I haven't gotten them all yet, but there's one where like they show it on a commercial where like your hat becomes like a parachute, so you can hover down.
Kind of have the Peach thing.
Yeah, I guess kind of. There's one that's like
do
a
they
piranha
have the
plant.
flutter?
I don't know if they do. I haven't gotten it yet.
Maybe they do have the flutter, and you could just like make all your characters have their attributes.
This, now that I'm saying all this, I was like, I guess it would be difficult to add everybody having an attribute on top of the badges. It's like cheating.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's
it could be a handicap too in theory, because like you're used to playing Mario and you have like a fucking double jump or whatever. I don't fucking know. And then Luigi's jump is just the same distance, but it's a singular jump, and like you'd have to play differently, so that would be a thing. That would also be fun, in my opinion. It would lead to replayability, because then you have to do a Mario run, you got to do a Luigi run, a Peach run, and a Yoshi run. Whoever purple guy is that's not Wario.
Why won't they
Be
add Wario to
involved.
these games? But no, I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to picking it back up. I was playing it. I played it for like an hour or two last night. Yeah, man, that's all I've been playing. I haven't played anything else.
Hell yeah.
For me, that's a
Well.
lot of games.
Yeah, it's been a game-filled weekend. I feel like for the rest of the year, we do have a couple good games still coming, but we can finally take a breather, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like I don't need to buy a game for at least 2 months right now, which is a nice feeling.
I'm gonna. Brandon needs to shut up. I just hear him upstairs. I'm gonna get Mario RPG next month, and then that's probably it for me. I think I'm done after that. I don't think there's anything else I feel like I have to buy.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't know. CLD just got a new story suit, and I immediately changed it back.
I did a lot of that, getting a suit and be like, that's dope. Let me go back to the one I wanted to have on.
I think there's only 2 that I kept on the whole time. That makes sense when they were story ones.
Mm.
One was Miles. I'm not gonna say which one, but once I got it, I was like, this is it for the rest of the game.
Same. I got one. Yeah, there's no way to say it without spoiling, but
yeah,
I
the same
got
thing
it,
for theater.
and then was like, oh yeah, gotta keep that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guess that's what we played this week. I don't know how we're gonna edit this episode at all. It's gonna be very
There's not even an intro.
Yeah, there's no. You know what we should do? Okay, ready? This is where we're gonna stop right here before we get to the news, and we're gonna do the intro real quick, where we just chill. We'll
Okay.
take this, or do we want to do this at the end? Because then
What?
it's easier to find where it is.
All right, do it at the end. Do it at the end.
Yeah. So then we'll go straight in the news,
Yeah,
and we're gonna
News
leave this in, so that's even easier. Get fucked,
it's
listeners.
fine. It'll be okay.
It's time for the news. We're back. News.
Woo.
Now, there's not a ton of news, which is nice. And we can kind of speed run this because
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
got to go do homework time for sure. We just gushed too much about Spidey.
Which we knew that was going to be majority of the episode.
We gushed.
Moving forward, would you like to take this first story?
Sure. Xbox.com, news.xbox.com says it's done. Welcoming the legendary teams at Activision Blizzard King to Team Xbox. They put out a whole trailer about it. Pretty much the deal is just completely and finally done. There's no more court cases, no more going back and forth, no more et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Activision Blizzard deal is finished. And I think the
69
latest
billion.
with a B. I think they said they don't plan on adding Call of Duty games to Game Pass until 2024. That was the latest thing I read about it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It is funny that the beta for Modern Warfare 3 just happened and PlayStation had early access before everybody, and then the rest of the people got to play. I was like, you see what just happened, guys? That ain't happening again.
Those PlayStation people are going to be like, not like us PlayStation people, but like those super console wards, two die-hard PlayStation people are going to like shit their pants when the next Call of Duty comes out and it opens up and says like Xbox Game Studios or some shit.
Yeah. Played on game. Dude, that would be the most alpha shit. The next Call of Duty that's released by fucking Microsoft on PlayStation says play it day one on Game Pass on the opening credits. It's like showing all the companies like THQ, fucking Neversoft. Buy it on Game Pass and get it for free day one, bitch.
And PlayStation diehards on Twitter would go, they're going to cry when that
I
screen
want
pops
them
up.
to do that so bad. That would be such an alpha move. Oh my god.
Sometimes, like, I
Just
get
like
it.
the console wars.
Yeah, I get it. You got your side or whatever, but like sometimes they go so hard that it's like, are they paying you? Do you like?
I
what
don't
the
get
fuck?
it. Here's the thing.
Play where you want. It's cool.
That I have a PC because there's a ton of games on PC that I can't play on my PlayStation. On my PlayStation, I have the exclusives I want. On Xbox, there's no exclusives I want, so I don't get it. But I have Xbox Game Pass.
Right.
On PC, like I have it all. I have a Switch that I don't touch. I use the Joy-Cons from a Steam Deck.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. They all get my money.
Right. I don't know.
Fuck. I'm glad it's over, to be honest with you.
Just so it stops being a headline.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it week to week. And the most information we get is maybe there's a meeting happening soon. And that that was like a solid week of news for us at one point.
It was. It kept being the headline.
It was too much, man.
Yeah.
Next up, Sonic Superstar scores were released. If you'd like to check those out, go over to the Discord, link in the description. Check those out. We post them all in the NGP news section. Invincible 2 got the official trailer for season 2. I want the show now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Did they give us a date, or does it just say like Amazon Prime?
There's a date. I think it was November 3rd.
Yeah, so less than 2 weeks away. Fucking dope. And then another one, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off official trailer, which looks fucking slick.
Yeah.
Does this one have a date as well? November 17th. So needless to say, you need to now binge Invincible so that you can watch fucking goddamn Scott Pilgrim. Frankie's here. You just missed the Yida discussion.
Yeah, it was a good one. Frankie, are you aware that in Mario Wonder, Yoshi is invincible? He's like the character for like little kids to be. And we figured you would like that information. That Yoshi can't be destroyed in Mario Wonder, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get those Yida eggs out of here.
I'm just speedrunning some of these as like a mass news section. I also posted an Instagram post or a reel, I guess, in the news section that is the new voice actor of Mario.
Yes.
He doesn't really have much credits prior to Mario itself that are like recognizable, I'd say, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he did really good. People like him. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It sounds good. You can't really. It doesn't even hit your ear incorrectly. It sounds like Mario.
Hell yeah, more than Chris Pratt.
More than Chris Pratt.
Nice. 10 out of 10 IGN. Going on next, IGN reviewed Spider-Man. Spider-Man reviews are out. They're good.
Yes. I bet you can guess how well those reviews went.
I think that, yeah, you can take the next one because I just did like 7 in a row that are all just like, hey, here you go. Here's the news for you.
Who'd have thought Spider-Man 2 better than Sonic Superstars? Who would have guessed that?
Who would have thought? One of them doesn't even have the Mpreg storyline going on online.
Yeah, right.
Sonic's got it all.
Who is this that doesn't?
I've been watching way too much Game Grumps.
I gotta watch more Game Grumps. Somebody left Bethesda after, I forgot his Pete. Who's Pete after Bethesda? I gotta read this article.
I do not remember.
Pete Hines has left Bethesda.
Ketchup.
So he put out his goodbye letter after working with amazing people, teams, and studios at Bethesda. Had the great experience of my life. I'm proud of everything we've done together and genuinely excited to see the amazing things they create next. I forgot what his position was. I heard the name before, so he's probably someone of super high stature in the company, or was. So yeah, he is gone now. I don't know what that says about Bethesda, but I guess we will see in the future.
Noise.
We got some Omni-Man gameplay from Mortal Kombat 1, which they did very well by him. Very, very well by him.
Yeah, the train fatality.
Yes, the train.
Ooh.
They did the right things.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, I want an Invincible video game, bro. Like
they're working on that, right?
Are they?
Did we report that before? I'm fairly sure we reported that before.
I don't remember. I will say one thing that's funny is that if you watch fucking the trailer and it's right when he goes to start the fatality, he does that right hook to the dude's throat. His entire left leg is clipping through his cape.
I gotta watch it again now.
I just saw it by accident and I'm like, oh, that's not right. Jimmy Neutron's hair going through a locker. Like the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh man. What's up next?
What's next? Netflix has discussed plans to create a game within the popular action adventure series Grand Theft Auto from Take-Two Interactive software through a licensing deal. This is from the Wall Street Journal. I don't understand. Yeah, that's why I had to add that. Yeah. I don't understand what this means. Netflix has discussed plans to release a game within the popular action adventure series Grand Theft Auto. So there's a Netflix game in.
Well, they do have games, but they're like mobile games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever go on a Netflix main page and it's like, play our games or some shit like that. So it's like what Subway Surfer, but from Wish.com. Maybe, but it does say Take-Two, so it might be similar to what's it called? It Takes Two. Isn't that the same company, right? Isn't Take-Two?
Take-Two. It Takes Two is EA, isn't it?
No,
it's not. No, because I was trying to sign into something with it. I don't remember what that was. I could be wrong.
It might be published through EA, but it's what's the fucking studio name? Hazelight.
I
don't remember it being called Hazelight. I feel like I'm having like one of those Berenstain Bears situations in my brain right now. Next up, speaking of streaming services, Disney Plus might be getting a live-action Gargoyles series.
Well, they are getting one.
Oh, they are. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a maybe thing.
No, they're developing it.
I don't want that.
I'm just curious as to how it will be. How it will look.
It's on Disney Plus. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, yo. They don't know what to do with their old properties. That's the shitty part. I feel like they're doing like you know how they make the live action movies, like The Little Mermaid just came out. They're gonna do something to Gargoyles to change something, and it's gonna be like a headline for a week. What do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know.
Some bullshit headline about they made.
It's gonna be something.
Look, and this guy's wings thin, and they're supposed to be thick. This is thick wing racist. How dare you?
Thick wing racist. That might have to be the episode title.
On the Spider-Man review episode.
Thick with 2 C's.
Thick with 2 C's. They're gonna make Goliath the last gargoyle. It's just gonna be fucking the last Ronin storyline from TMNT, but just gargoyles. They're just gonna completely steal the story, and it's gonna be super evident that they did it.
Hey, well, it's coming.
All right, next up, Alan Wake's coming to Fortnite.
Yes, there it is.
But not in the way you think. Not as a skin, as an experience. Similar to Martin Luther King Jr. That is a real sentence.
I didn't see that.
Anyway, they're doing a thing called Alan Wake Flashback, an official Fortnite experience. Recap the major events of Alan Wake 1 before Alan Wake 2 releases next week on October 27th. Full playthrough will take 25 minutes. Yeah, I think it's out right now. I haven't done it personally, just because I don't care enough, but I might do it now that I know that it's a thing, because I don't remember playing Alan Wake 1, but Alan Wake 2 looks pretty interesting. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but you know, if we decide to do it for content or something, maybe then I'll have an understanding of what the first one is because of Fortnite.
There you go. There you go. Next up, Mario, great reviews. Go check those out. This was surprising to me. COD put in the chat. Well, in the Discord, Hellboy Web of Weird review. It did not get good reviews. Which
apparently is shit.
It looked like it would. I had high hopes for that game. I didn't know if I was gonna get it or not, but it looked really. It got a 6. It says missed opportunity haunts every inch of Hellboy Web of Weird. It's simple to dive into and play, but all too soon you reach the bottom of its shallow gameplay. Its roguelike runs are short and sweet, but its enemies aren't a challenge worthy of Hellboy.
Jesus. That's sad. I was actually really looking forward to this, and it was. I think the thing that was even funnier to me was that I didn't even know it came out. Like that was like the moment I was like, oh, this was even more off my radar than I realized, because I thought this was something that I was going to be like day oneing. I am so glad that I forgot about it and I didn't spend more money on the week that I spent money on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
I spent too much money that week. My wallet was like, what are you doing to me?
I feel that. But yeah, man. Sad that Hellboy sucks. Unfortunately, Uniga picked it in our fantasy league and got yucked from it. So that's a little bit sad. But Anna got both Super Mario Brothers and fucking Spider-Man this week.
She's
so she's
eating
on the
killing shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Next up in the news, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is going to be $9.99 on streaming services pretty soon. And it's coming out, or it's already out apparently. It's a $9.99 cheap. I want the Steelbook, so I'm gonna wait for that. And then Spider-Man, speaking of it, you can get them on a Wheaties box.
Eat your Wheaties, kids. You can be Spider-Man. Jump off a roof.
Yeah. There's both Spider-Man and Spider-Man. That was getting annoying for me in the game, I will say.
Hey,
like when they it's one of those things where I'm like, I get it. I get what we're trying to do here. And that anyone can wear the mask.
Hammering that in.
Like here's the thing. I agree with it. Anyone can be Spider-Man. But when there's two Spider-Men and they're constantly referring to each other as Spider-Man when they're Spider-Man, it gets a little bit too meta for me, and I'm like, come on, guys.
But in
like we could do like an open.
What are they supposed to say in that moment?
Just say Peter and Miles. I
don't
know, man.
You don't want to give up the names, their identities.
You're not wrong. It just got annoying.
They could have made it worse.
I think it was one cutscene too many. That was it. It was one cutscene too many. I was like, okay, fuck you.
They could have made it worse and been like, hey, Black Spider-Man. Thanks, White Spider-Man.
Jesus. What was the chick who does the podcast? She did like that in one of her episodes. She like kind of like tiptoed around it. She was like, the old Spider-Man is a little less cool than the new Spider-Man, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, we know what you're saying.
And you're correct.
You're correct. But you don't have to say it so loud.
They did you happen to watch the IGN review?
No, not yet. Did they do the fucking swagger of a black teen?
I watched it afterwards, because I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see any of the game. I didn't watch, so I watched it after, or I think it was there. It was a clip of the review, but they did a nod to that because they know the history of the review. So they're just like, they said something like, and there's plenty of exaggerated swagger to go around, or some shit like that. They didn't say exactly that, but it was something along those lines.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was definitely not enough to go around. You should have seen that Amazon Essentials sweater. God damn. You'll see it soon on the podcast one day. Spider-Man sold a bunch of games too. How many?
Who'd have thought? Spider-Man 2 has sold more than 2.5 million copies in the first 24 hours, and it became the fastest selling PlayStation Studios title in PlayStation history. That is kind of crazy, seeing how we're up to PlayStation 5. And it's the quick that shows you the power of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
It's just
I was happy to see it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm happy to see it. I can't wait for 3.
Definitely.
Do you think we get an in-between game? Don't say what it would be about, but do you think we get an in-between game? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know. I'm thinking. I want to say no, because I don't feel like they need one. I wouldn't.
They don't need one, but they didn't need Miles either, to be honest with you. Miles could have been 2, this could have been 3, and then they could have ended it.
True. They didn't need it. I guess they didn't want to just call it Spider-Man 2. They wanted to give him. But see, now that this game, the way this game ends and the way what you know now makes me understand why they did that, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They really wanted to like solidify something there. Like I understand it. I'm sure it lets me know that they had this plan the whole time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want one, but I want it with a specific thing happening where maybe I can't even say it without spoiling it.
I know. We're gonna have a spoiler cast. Maybe not the next one. Maybe
You know
the
what
one
I'm
after.
talking about.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I do.
So that's all I'm gonna leave it at. I want that. That story.
They didn't hint at that, but they said people it was starting to get brought up. And so
yeah.
the guy from Insomniac said that.
I could see them doing it very, very easily because they kind of set up some stuff. In
Yes,
my
they did.
opinion, that was a way that could have continued, but we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
Moving on, Squid Game: The Challenge. I Want to Die on Netflix.
That's what it should be called.
Why do we ruin good things?
Yeah, they don't need to do this.
This is so bullshit to me, and it's ironic too because the original Squid Game show is about like what would you do for money, and it's like talking about like how fucking people die for shit, and it's super serious and it's like very emotional.
And now it's like, oh, play this game, Squid Game.
This is a Mr. Beast video, but as a season-long Netflix event with
Yeah.
people we don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Why?
Why not? Money.
Yeah, it is funny. I mean, that is the reason, but here we are. It's bad. It's bad, it's stupid. They shouldn't make it. Netflix, the fact that Netflix had to like survive this strike by making a reality show based off of a show that was written by really good writers in a different country is hilarious to me.
Yes.
Like, come on. Next up, Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director wants the entire JRPG to be a mini game extravaganza on the level of Gold Saucer. Why? Like, why would I want? Like, why you're gonna use that entire second entry to be that? I hope not.
Yeah, man, you gotta do the dancing bee.
Whole game. No is my response to that.
Yeah,
We
it's
skipped
weird.
one
Did we?
thing. You put it because Twitter didn't embed the whole thing. The
what
Fallout
is up
live
with
action
this?
show will premiere on April 4th, 2024 on Prime Video.
Oh yeah, shit. I'll watch it. I'll give anything a chance. I mean, if you said it's on Prime, right?
Yeah.
What was that was Peacock. I was gonna say what was Twisted Metal on. I don't know. Video game adaptations for television shows seem to be doing okay right now, so maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think that's all we got.
We have a question. Do we have two questions? Yeah, we do.
we?
We'll answer one because I gotta go.
Yeah, let me switch back to where's the book? That's the wrong one. That's the intro. That's where the fuck. What is happening?
You all right over there?
Dude, the fucking full cam that I have was just gone. And it reappeared. And like that's gonna be great for the visual peeps. Anyway. What was the questions we got?
With all the handheld, this is from CLD. With all the handheld gaming systems being released, would you want to see some of the companies make them with eSIM options? That way you could have connectivity through your mobile carrier.
I never did that. I understand why it's useful, if that makes sense. Like I get it. Like iPads offer that kind of, right? Don't they? Where you can get it with like Wi-Fi attached to your phone. I never understood the point because I was like, I'm never going to be in a situation where I'm using this device and I need the internet that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing a multiplayer game on like my fucking Switch or Steam Deck that requires really good internet.
Same.
And if I do, I just have a hotspot on my phone. Is it a nice option to have? I guess, but I personally have never used it just because I've been like, eh.
I don't think
I don't-
I'm mobile enough, like outside of my house, to need it. Personally, I know people who are
Yeah.
mobile constantly. So for people like that, then sure. If you want to have those options, I think that'll help. Spread gaming where you need it to go. I think when I'm playing anything handheld, I'm already on Wi-Fi. Like I've never been in a position where I was like, fuck, I wish I had this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's just us as well too, because I feel like I mean I don't really travel like that as much. Like I got a laptop and a gaming laptop and the Steam Deck that I bring with me when I go over to my friend's house and shit. But like if I wasn't connected to their Wi-Fi, I'd still be fine. Just playing what I have on there. If we were just doing like a casual get together and play games in the same room thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like that's the thing. It's like I wouldn't need fucking the data thing just because they have good Wi-Fi. So I'm never gonna be in a place where there's not Wi-Fi available, and I also have the fucking VPN. So like if I'm in a public space for some stupid reason, I got the VPN to help me out. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I mean, it'd be cool to have. I just don't need it.
For sure. There's another one, but let's answer this next time.
All right. Next time.
Run. But ladies and gentlemen, since there was no intro, I'm Ant. That's Chris. Welcome to Save Before Quitting. Save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Shout out to the Titty Gang.
Titty.
Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out. .com. Get all your merch. Save Before Quitting at gmail.com if you would like to send us an email. Insults, donations, tell us why we're stupid. Whatever you want to do.
I know why I'm stupid. I don't know.
Sometimes we need another point of view. They might have more reasons why you're stupid.
That's valid. Yeah.
There you go. Patreon. We're recording a new Patreon episode this week. But if you want to catch up, there's plenty on there to catch up on. Join the Discord. That is our main point of communication with the crew. If you want to be an NGP, please join the Discord. It's a great time. You'll get a heads up on everything we're doing, things that before we do it, we talk about it in there. So it's a good time. Break down some games, what you've been playing, what you bought. Even we have a workout section. If you're working out, put your workout pics in there. Do your thing, man. It's a dope community. Please join us. And before you join us, I guess that's weird to say because I'm not used to doing the intro at the end of the show. Before you finish swinging,
or you do the intro.
Before you do an intro as an outro, make sure you always
Hey,
before quitting.
I fucking love the Venom voice so much. It's so fun.
It was really well done.
I can just casually talk. It's true. It's there.
You're gonna come up tomorrow and be like, my throat really hurts.
It's just there. It just lives here.
That's what she said.
Stoma.
It just lives here. That's what she said.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
Hey, see you guys.
Bye, y'all. Peace.
Yida. Why did I say Yida like Luda? Luda!